Colombia's natural beauty is countless, but today we're going to show you the wildest side of this country. Unique animals and environments filled with an almost indescribable energy. And there's more. How about discovering a little-known jaguar, a golden poison frog, one of the most poisonous creatures on Earth? Or even a river that seems to defy visual logic? In today's video, you'll discover a side of Colombia that very few people have ever had the privilege of experiencing in person. Colombia is where the Amazon, the Andes, the Caribbean, and the Pacific come together. It is a country where tropical rainforests, snow-capped mountains, colorful rivers, and one of the greatest concentrations of biodiversity on the planet coexist within a single territory. Meet a rather intimidating resident. The eyelash viper, Bothrechis schlegeli, is one of the most remarkable snakes in the country. Its name comes from the small scales that project above its eyes, resembling eyelashes. This feature gives the animal an almost mythical appearance, as if it had stepped straight out of a rainforest legend. Despite its striking beauty, it is a venomous snake highly specialized for life among the trees. In Colombia, it is found mainly in the humid regions of the west and northwest, especially in the tropical rainforests along the Pacific coast, on the slopes of the western Andes, and in jungle areas associated with the Choco region. These environments receive enormous amounts of rainfall throughout the year, creating the perfect setting for a species that depends on dense vegetation and constant humidity. Unlike many ground-dwelling snakes, the eyelash viper spends much of its life on branches, vines, and shrubs. Its relatively short body and prehensile tail serve as perfect tools for balancing in vegetation. It often remains motionless for hours, nearly invisible among leaves and bromeliads, waiting for prey to come within range. One of the most fascinating characteristics of this species is its extraordinary variety of colors. In Colombia, individuals can be found in yellow, green, orange, red, and even mixed pattern forms. This diversity is not merely aesthetic. Its coloration provides camouflage in different forest environments, allowing the snake to blend seamlessly into its surroundings. They are truly beautiful, but I'm not sure I'd want to see one in person. What about you? Would you have the courage? Now, let's talk about a bear that many people do not even know exists. In addition to being the only bear native to all of South America, the spectacled bear occupies a special place in Andean ecosystems. Its robust appearance contrasts with its generally calm and reserved behavior, making it one of the most fascinating creatures of Colombia's mountains. Its name comes from the light-colored markings around its eyes. In some individuals, these markings form patterns that genuinely resemble a pair of glasses. Even more interesting, every pattern is unique, functioning almost like a natural fingerprint. In Colombia, the species is distributed primarily along the country's 3 Andean mountain ranges. It can be found in departments such as Boyacá, Cundinamarca, Santander, Antioquia, Tolima, and Nariño. It typically inhabits high elevation areas covered by cloud forests and the famous paramos, cold and humid environments located thousands of feet above sea level. These mountainous regions provide everything the animal needs to survive. Abundant vegetation supplies food throughout much of the year, while dense plant cover creates safe refuges. Despite its impressive size, the spectacled bear is an excellent climber. It can climb trees with surprising ease, even when dealing with large and heavy adults. Its diet consists mainly of plants, fruits, bromeliads, palm trees, shoots, and a variety of plant species make up its daily menu. Before we move on to the next topic, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy videos like this, our channel is the perfect place for you. The Llanos Orientales form one of Colombia's most breathtaking landscapes. This immense region of tropical savannas and seasonal wetlands stretches across the eastern part of the country and continues into Venezuela. The horizon is so vast that in many places, the line between land and sky seems to disappear. Because of its extraordinary concentration of wildlife, the region is often referred to as the Serengeti of South America. In Colombia, the Llanos are found mainly within the departments of Meta, Casanare, Arauca, and Vichada. This area is part of the Orinoquia natural region, characterized by extensive rivers, open grasslands, and terrain that completely changes its appearance throughout the year. During the rainy season, enormous expanses become covered with water. Areas that were once dry grasslands transform into temporary lagoons, channels, and marshlands that attract thousands of animals. When the dry season arrives, the landscape changes once again, revealing vast carpets of golden grasses stretching as far as the eye can see. This cycle between wet and dry periods is what sustains the region's extraordinary biodiversity. With every seasonal change, animals adjust their behavior to take advantage of the available resources. It is a natural cycle that has repeated itself for thousands of years and has shaped the entire ecological dynamics of the region. Among the most well-known inhabitants are capybaras. Another symbol of the Llanos is the giant anteater. With its elongated snout and massive tail, it roams the grasslands in search of termites and ants. Its slow walk conveys a sense of calm, but its powerful claws are capable of tearing open extremely tough termite mounds. The waterways are home to large populations of caimans, especially the spectacled caiman. During the hottest hours of the day, it is common to see them lying motionless along the banks, absorbing heat. At night, they become highly efficient hunters, using the darkness to surprise fish, birds, and small mammals. Now, let's meet a unique predator, the impressive black jaguar. Its dark appearance often gives the impression that it is a different species, but in reality, it is a jaguar with a genetic condition known as melanism. Even beneath its black coat, the famous rosettes are still present and can be seen when light strikes the fur from certain angles. In Colombia's Amazon rainforest, its presence is recorded mainly in remote areas of the departments of Amazonas, Caquetá, Guainía, Guaviare, Putumayo, and Vaupés. These territories are covered by dense vegetation, crossed by powerful rivers, and filled with places where a predator of this size can move without being detected. The dark coloration offers an interesting advantage in low-light environments. Beneath the canopy, formed by the treetops, sunlight reaches the forest floor only in a weakened form. In this setting, the black coat helps the animal disappear among shadows and tree trunks, making its approach even harder to detect. Few inhabitants of the rainforest ever manage to see a black jaguar in the wild. It typically travels across vast territories during the night or during the quietest hours of the day. Its movements are calculated and discreet, allowing it to cover miles without producing virtually any noise. As the top predator of the Colombian Amazon, it occupies the highest position in the food chain. Its diet includes deer, peccaries, capybaras, armadillos, caimans, and many other species found in the rainforest. The power of its jaws is so impressive that it can pierce shells and skulls with a level of efficiency rarely seen among big cats. In addition to its physical strength, intelligence also plays a major role in its survival. The jaguar learns travel routes, recognizes productive hunting areas, and adapts its behavior to changes in the environment. In regions near rivers, for example, it frequently uses riverbanks and sandy shores to locate prey. Few places on Earth inspire as much amazement as Caño Cristales, a river located in the department of Meta in central Colombia. People seeing photographs of it for the first time often assume the colors have been digitally altered. The reality, however, is even more impressive. The phenomenon occurs naturally and depends on an extremely specific combination of sunlight, water levels, temperature, and aquatic vegetation. The main reason behind this spectacle is a plant known as Macarinia clavigera. During certain months of the year, it develops intense shades of red when exposed to the ideal amount of sunlight. Combined with crystal clear water, dark rocks, and reflections from the sky, it creates a visual effect that has turned Caño Cristales into one of Colombia's most famous natural wonders. The river is located within the Serranía de la Macarena region, an area considered unique by scientists. Here, influences from the Amazon, the Andes, and Colombia's eastern plains converge. This geographic combination has produced highly distinctive ecosystems, including species that exist nowhere else on Earth. The waters are so transparent that details of the riverbed can be seen with remarkable clarity. In many sections, it feels as though you are looking through perfectly clean glass. The absence of sediment and the purity of the current make the scenery even more spectacular. Along the river's course, rock formations sculpted over millions of years emerge from the landscape. Some feature circular cavities known as giant's kettles, formed by the constant action of water against stone. These structures add even more character to the scenery. The river does not display its most famous appearance year-round. There is a specific period, generally between the middle of the year and the beginning of the second half, when conditions become ideal for the development of its vibrant colors. Outside this season, the landscape remains beautiful, but without the extraordinary intensity that made the river internationally famous. When it comes to venom, this creature certainly knows how to stand out. Meet the golden poison frog. Its size is relatively small, but its reputation exceeds all expectations. With a vibrant coloration ranging from intense yellow and brilliant gold to, in some cases, shades of orange, it immediately stands out among the vegetation. This species lives in a very specific area of western Colombia. Its distribution is concentrated mainly in the humid rainforests of the Choco department, near the Pacific coast. The environment where it lives remains humid for most of the year. The forest floor is covered with decaying leaves, mosses, and small plants that create countless natural hiding places. It is in this setting that the frog spends most of its time searching for food and avoiding predators. Contrary to what many people imagine, its bright coloration is not intended for camouflage. Instead, it serves as a warning. The intense colors signal to other animals that this is an extremely toxic creature. This phenomenon is known as warning coloration and is found in many venomous species around the world. The toxin produced by the golden poison frog is considered one of the most powerful substances found in nature. It affects the nervous system and can be fatal in extremely small amounts. For this reason, very few predators are willing to attack it. Interestingly, scientists have discovered that this poison is not produced directly by the amphibian itself. Much of its toxicity is linked to its diet. Small insects consumed in the rainforest provide chemical compounds that gradually accumulate within the frog's body over time. Despite its fearsome reputation, the frog is not aggressive. It does not pursue other animals or use its toxin for hunting. Its primary defense strategy is simply to avoid confrontation. When left in its natural habitat, it generally follows a peaceful routine focused on feeding and reproduction. Along Colombia's northern coast lies a place where vegetation-covered mountains seem to meet the sea with almost no transition. This is Tayrona National Natural Park, one of the country's most famous protected areas. The combination of beaches, rock formations, and tropical landscapes has made the region one of the most admired natural destinations in South America. The park is located in the department of Magdalena, near the city of Santa Marta. Its privileged location allows the foothills of the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta to extend all the way to the Caribbean coast. The result of this unique geography is a succession of landscapes that differ dramatically from one another. Within just a few miles, visitors encounter peaceful coves, stretches of tropical forest, palm-fringed beaches, and hills rising above the coastline. This diversity creates a visual experience that constantly changes throughout the journey. The waters of the region display shades ranging from deep blue to emerald green. On clear days, the transparency allows visitors to see the seafloor in many areas near the coast. The contrast between the sea and the enormous boulders scattered across the beaches helps create some of the most photographed landscapes in Colombia. Among the most famous locations is Cabo San Juan. Two stretches of sandy beach, separated by a rocky headland, form one of the country's most iconic postcards. From above, the view reveals an almost perfect combination of ocean, vegetation, and coastal terrain. But Tayrona is not just about beaches. The interior of the protected area contains a remarkable variety of natural environments. Trails cross tropical forests inhabited by monkeys, sloths, iguanas, and countless bird species. At certain moments, the sounds of wildlife completely replace any trace of human noise. Biodiversity is one of the region's greatest treasures. Hundreds of plant species thrive thanks to the combined influence of the tropical climate and the nearby mountains. This unique combination supports a wide variety of habitats within a relatively compact area. In the heart of the Colombian Amazon lies a place that remained isolated from the outside world for centuries. The Serranía de Chiribiquete is one of the most mysterious and awe-inspiring regions in South America, a territory so vast and remote that it still holds secrets unknown to science. Its grandeur is difficult to describe, even for those who have flown above its landscapes. Many call it the Sistine Chapel of the Amazon. The nickname emerged because of the thousands of rock paintings spread across the region's cliffs, forming one of the largest collections of prehistoric art ever discovered on the continent. These paintings depict hunting scenes, human figures, animals, and symbols that continue to spark debate among archaeologists. Some are thousands of years old and provide valuable insight into how ancient Amazonian peoples viewed the world around them. On certain rock walls, the artwork stretches for dozens of feet, creating vast open-air galleries. The landscape is dominated by the impressive tepui, enormous flat-topped mountains that rise abruptly above the surrounding vegetation. These geological formations are extremely ancient and are part of one of Colombia's most unique natural settings. Seen from above, they resemble stone islands emerging from an endless green ocean. Dense forests spread around these elevations, remaining almost entirely untouched. In many areas, human presence has been minimal throughout history, allowing nature to follow its own course for thousands of years. This isolation has helped preserve an extraordinary level of biodiversity. Numerous species of plants, birds, mammals, and reptiles find refuge in environments that vary according to elevation, humidity, and terrain characteristics. Researchers believe that unknown organisms may still exist in remote portions of the region. One of the most fascinating aspects of Chiribiquete is precisely what has not yet been discovered. There are areas so inaccessible that they have never received detailed scientific study. The difficulty of access, combined with the sheer size of the territory, means that many locations remain virtually unexplored. The rivers that cross the region wind between towering cliffs, valleys, and expanses of dense rainforest. In some places, the landscape appears almost exactly as it did thousands of years ago. Few places on Earth offer such a powerful sense of isolation and preservation. The harpy eagle is one of the most powerful birds of prey on the planet, and also one of the most impressive species found in Colombia. It occurs primarily in the Amazon and in certain areas of the Pacific region. It prefers environments with extensive forest cover, where it finds space to hunt, reproduce, and build its enormous nests. Its appearance is unmistakable. The head features a crown-like crest formed by long feathers that can be raised whenever the bird is alert. The light-colored chest contrasts with the dark wings, creating a majestic appearance unlike any other bird in the region. Females are typically much larger than males. In some cases, they can reach a wingspan of more than 6.5 feet, making them one of the largest eagles in the world. In addition to their size, their legs stand out because of their remarkable thickness and extraordinary strength. Their talons are among the most impressive in the animal kingdom. Some reach dimensions comparable to those of a bear's claws. This adaptation allows them to capture relatively large prey and carry it through the forest with surprising ease. Unlike many hunting birds that rely on speed in open environments, the harpy eagle evolved to operate among giant trees. Its wings are broad and adapted for precise maneuvering. It can fly through narrow corridors between branches with remarkable control. Its diet consists primarily of tree-dwelling animals. Sloths and various species of monkeys are among its most common prey. Its strategy is simple: observe silently from above and launch a rapid attack when the perfect opportunity arises. Have you ever heard of the cerros de Mavicure? Located in the department of Guainía, near the Venezuelan border, these stone giants rise abruptly from the Amazon rainforest. The first impression is that enormous rocky islands have been placed in the middle of a green ocean. The formation consists primarily of three mountains known as Mavicure, Mono, and Pajarito. Viewed from a distance, they resemble natural walls raised by some ancient force of the earth. These formations belong to the Guiana Shield, one of the oldest geological structures on the planet. Their origin dates back billions of years, long before the appearance of dinosaurs. When we look at these mountains, we are observing a portion of Earth's crust that survived the transformations that reshaped entire continents. The rocky surfaces contain very little soil. In many places, the stone is completely exposed to the sun, creating a striking contrast with the vegetation surrounding it. This characteristic gives the hills an almost extraterrestrial appearance. Access to the region occurs mainly via the Inírida River. During the journey, the outlines of the mountains slowly begin to appear on the horizon. As the boat approaches, the scale of these formations becomes increasingly impressive. Climbing Cerro Mavicure requires effort, but the reward is unforgettable. The route crosses steep stretches of smooth rock before reaching higher elevations. From the summit, the view reveals an immense panorama of rivers, forests, and hills stretching in every direction. On clear days, the scenery appears endless. The sense of isolation is profound, as if the modern world were incredibly far away. Few places can convey such a powerful impression of natural grandeur. Another fascinating aspect is the way life has adapted to the harsh conditions of the rocks. Even in seemingly barren areas, small plants manage to grow within cracks and on steep surfaces. Some species have developed specialized mechanisms to withstand intense heat and limited nutrients. Around the cerros, biodiversity continues to surprise researchers. The combination of ancient formations, rivers, and different vegetation types supports a remarkably diverse fauna. Colorful birds, primates, and countless fish species are all part of this ecological mosaic.